Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims info/thoughts video. This one will be a bit shorter than the previous couple of info/thoughts videos. There is some interesting information to go over that I found after the last video went live, but I also want to do a mini update of sorts. I mean, it's not something that I haven't done before, but it's just that things change up a little bit when there's a new release around the corner for Sims games. If you've been with my channel for a while, you already kind of know what's gonna happen. But there's a lot of you that have joined the channel very recently over the past few days, so I don't want you all to be confused and be like, hey, wait, where's the info/thoughts video on the live stream on Friday? So I will get to that at the end. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to go over is this new This or That clip, where you can retweet for the model volcano, or you can leave a like for the backyard rocket. Both of them are school projects. So let me know in the comment section below which of the two you like more. I do like the volcano, but I like the rocket a little bit more because, well, it gives me the opportunity to yell out, "Rocket!" like the rocket from Sonic Colors. Rocket! Alright, so let's move over to the official forums now, where Simguru Ninja said a couple more interesting things. So, as you can see here, he did respond to a question about whether there's a new aspiration in this game pack, and after everyone else promptly left the thread, he said the new aspiration is Super Parent. So that's pretty interesting. I wasn't actually expecting a new aspiration with this game pack. More aspirations are always welcome. I feel like I'm in more need of more traits than aspirations. I think there's a somewhat decent number of aspirations, but yeah, more is always good, especially when it comes to packs like this where the aspirations can kind of help you be guided through the new features, just like the City Native aspiration in City Living. Simguru Ninja also shared this picture of the kind of things that you can ground your children for. So there's no TV, no computer, no leaving the house, no friends, no phone, no music, no toys or games, and maybe one more because there's a scroll bar, but no, I think it just might be the no toys or games cut off and that's it. But a wide variety of options there, and it looks like all of them are for one day, although I guess you could, if you want to be really mean, ground your children each and every day for as long as you want. I don't know if there is really a limit on that, but theoretically maybe you could. And going over to Twitter, there's one thing that a few of you may be interested in. So Twisted Mexi posted this interesting GIF. And yeah, a curious height for a plumb bob. I don't know why, but my first thought was height sliders? But no, I don't think that's gonna actually happen in The Sims anytime soon. Turns out, Twisted Mexi was playing as a dog. Yeah, so the reason why it's invisible is because there's no models for cats or dogs present in the game yet. It's just the plumb bob height, but I thought it might have been an interesting thing to share nonetheless. It's just yet another thing to add to the pile of evidence towards pets being the next expansion pack. At this point, there isn't much else that I can really say about pets that I haven't already said multiple times, but hopefully this will be officially announced sometime in June, and then the actual release to happen sometime during the summer quarter. Just like how with City Living, it was officially announced about a month before the quarter of its release started. And yes, there will be a live stream for Parenthood this Friday. It's going to take place at 1 PM Pacific time over at their Twitch channel as per usual. So I will leave a link to their Twitch in the video description below. So I was just about to talk about my little mini channel update of sorts when Simguru Graham tweeted that he is working on the results for the most recent stuff pack vote with the objects and clothing, but he did let slip that the bear light bulb won. So I'm really glad to hear that. That is one of the objects that I voted for, and I don't think it's necessarily guaranteed that it's going to be included in the stuff pack just yet because maybe they're are a lot of other objects that outvoted it, but at least we know for sure that if any lights make it into this pack, it's going to be this one. And we don't really have much like this light yet in The Sims 4, so I think it's good. I think the community, as a general thing, voted the best in terms of lights. But I'm glad that we will get to hear the rest of the results soon. I wasn't actually sure if we were going to learn the results of the objects and clothing in particular as soon as we have with the other parts of the voting process so far, because I thought, oh, maybe they would wait until like everything is cemented and you go like through the normal marketing campaign of like announcing the stuff pack 1 week before release and all that stuff. I figured that's when we would like slowly see all the objects that we voted for being revealed, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case. But I'm fine with it either way, whether we learn like next week or we would have learned it like in I don't know, it's coming out in 2018, so whenever it's coming out that same month. Alright, so onto the channel update. So the reason why I'm doing it at the end of an info/thoughts video instead of its own separate video is because this only affects my info/thoughts videos for just a tiny bit of time. The rest of my content in general will still go as its usual thing, but yeah, like, if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know that I've been receiving review copies for the recent packs that have come out for The Sims 4. And it's great! I love that I get to receive review copies, and it's all thanks to all of you that I've gotten this far and that EA has recognized my channel and are doing this. There is one drawback to receiving these review copies, however, and it's because I'm under an embargo when I get these review copies. So if you don't know what that means, I'm under an agreement where until a specific date, I cannot talk about my opinions on the pack that I'm receiving. And yeah, so assuming I receive an early copy of Parenthood, I will not be able to do an info/thoughts video about the live stream that will be taking place for that pack on Friday. If news about other Sims related games comes out this week, like say some new information comes out about Sims Mobile, then I can still do an info/thoughts video on that because there are no embargoes on me regarding that game. But yeah, after I receive my review copy of Parenthood, assuming I get one, then I cannot talk about my opinions on that until after the embargo date lifts. However, I think the trade-off is still well worth it because at this point, I think we know like a good 80% or so of what's going to be in Parenthood. And yeah, it's just one info/thoughts video that I'd be missing out on because Parenthood is already coming out next Tuesday. And because of me getting the pack early, then I have extra time to make my Let's Play as good as possible. And especially those of you who have recorded Sims Let's Plays before, you can probably relate to this. The first episode of a Sims Let's Play is always the hardest one to do. I mean, maybe ending it also competes with that, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of prep work involved with doing just like the first part of the Let's Play and setting up everything, so the more time I get to do that, the more at ease I'll be. And while I'm on the subject of my Parenthood Let's Play, I might as well talk a bit about what I'm planning on doing. So I'm going to bring back Taylor and Stacy, who you may have already seen on my Sims 3 Roaring Heights Let's Play quite a while ago. Because I thought, well, they did have a toddler when they were on the All-Star series just before I ended my Sims 3 Let's Plays because of the Sims 4 being just around the corner. So I thought, okay, well, a family-oriented pack would be the perfect time to bring them back so that I can have the toddler, especially now that we have toddlers in the Sims 4, and have their daughter grow up. I've been waiting for years to bring these Sims back. They're definitely some of my favorites, and no better time than the present for sure with this family-oriented Parenthood game pack. So yeah, it should be very exciting. And the reason why I'm bringing back Sims from The Sims 3 is, in case you're not familiar with how my Sims Let's Plays work, they work in a continuous universe together. think along the lines of what DC and Marvel do with their comic book movies and TV shows, where a lot of the shows, they intertwine, they even cross over at times, and directly affect each other. And that's what I've been doing with my Sims Let's Plays. There was a tiny bit of it in The Sims 3, but then I was really able to do it in full effect with The Sims 4, with how you can actually have all the worlds in one save instead of each save just being one world. And in my fiction, the stories of my Sims in The Sims 4 are direct continuations of The Sims 3. And the reason I ended my Sims 3 Let's Plays was actually for continuity reasons, because what I ended up doing was that in my fiction, The Sims takes place inside of our computers, and The Sims 4 is supposed to act as an upgrade, a system upgrade. So when The Sims 4 came out, it kind of went over top of The Sims 3. There was kind of like a huge earth-shattering earthquake on their end, on The Sims end. And yeah, now they're suddenly in this world that looks a lot more vibrant, and certain things are missing. But only my Sims from the previous games will have any memory of that. The Sims that I've created newly for The Sims 4, they don't know what cats or dogs are. Yeah, so it's a pretty interesting dynamic that I've set up. And there will be a couple of Sims Let's Play episodes coming out between now and Parenthood. So this actually transitions into what I have planned for videos on my channel for the next few days. So starting with tomorrow, hopefully a game update for The Sims 4 will come out. So I'll do a video on that if there's any big features, which I'm hoping there will be since this is right before a game pack comes out. And then on Friday, there's going to be City Living Part 10, which will take place after City Living Part 9, which came out just earlier this week. And on Saturday, there will be a video covering 2 mods for Sonic Generations. So in case you didn't know, Sonic the Hedgehog is basically the second pillar of my channel. So yeah, that's pretty much how it's been since the beginning, and I intend on continuing that. I actually occasionally do info/thoughts videos on Sonic games as well, so you might be interested in watching those even if you haven't picked up a Sonic game before. And then on Sunday, I will have an episode of Let's Play Sims 4 Vampires Part 9, which does take place after City Living Part 10. So, bar like a couple of exceptions where things ended up getting mixed up a tiny bit from like new pack releases, the order that I release Let's Play episodes are the order that they take place. But I also do say, like at the beginning of each Let's Play video for The Sims, that, oh, this part takes place after this one, so that there's less confusion. And I also have a full playlist of the chronological order of my Sim universe, is what I call it. If you want to check that out, I'll also leave a link to that playlist in the video description below. As for Monday, I'm not sure yet. I've left that open because at this time, I don't know when the embargo date is. I'm not sure if it's gonna lift before the pack comes out or if it'll be like right when it releases, so we'll wait and see on that. But I don't usually upload every single day. It's just that lately there's been so much going on with news for both Sims and Sonic that I've pretty much uploaded every day. Typically, I have an average of about 4 to 5 videos per week, but I definitely have been enjoying doing a lot more videos. It's a lot more fun when there's actually news to talk about. It really makes you appreciate these rainstorms of news after all of these dry periods. And yeah, that talk went on a lot longer than I was expecting. But since there are so many of you that have joined the channel recently, I did want to make sure that I was clear about what's going on so that none of you get confused. Because there's just so many different kinds of content that I do on my channel, from news and thoughts on it to Let's Plays and showcases and reviews and a bunch of other things that I do on occasion. And when it comes to the info/thoughts in particular, it's pretty unique, I guess, because it's not like I just report the news and just call it a video. I also give my opinions on that, And then when it comes to opinions, then yeah, that can be subject to embargoes, but it's still something that I really love doing. I love doing info/thoughts videos. I've been doing it since before getting review copies, and I'm still doing them afterwards, and it's still just really fun. I love expressing my thoughts on them, and I love that all of you enjoy them too, to the point where it's become by far the most successful thing I've ever done in the almost 4 years of my channel. And that's pretty much all I have to say. So that wraps up another Sims info/thoughts video. So let me know what you think of the new info I've talked about, Parenthood, in the comment section below. And are you going to be watching the live stream? I can still watch the live stream, don't worry about that. Like, my eyes are not being restricted by the embargo too. It's just a matter of expressing my opinions. And yes, that does extend to Twitter and all social media as well. It's not just with my videos. And let me know if you're excited for my Parenthood Let's Play as well. But I'll talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!